Hey, it's Elaine. This is episode 586 of the Orange Pill Investor. And usually I try to put a little funny twist or whatever to the intro music, but it's pretty literal today. I feel like shit. I don't know what I caught, but my guts are just roiling. But as per usual, market don't care. Market gonna do what it's gonna do. So here we are. Let's get to it. Funny aside, there's a good short skit on YouTube. I'm sure you can find it making the rounds, and it's about a croissant, and it's to that song. Kind of funny. All right. With that being said, let's get it on. Let's get this shit over with. Main account. This is getting close. This is right when you want to start rolling at the latest if possible. Best case scenario is Theta's collapsing over like 14 days, but this has lasted the full 3 weeks. It's not quite half of what I sold it for, so I could let this keep going. And like if I close these, this is actually going to do more damage to my buying power. It would, excuse me, my cash. It would increase my buying power, but I've got plenty of buying power. I just don't have cash, which is the thing that I've been trying to get rid of. So even if I start trimming this position, I would probably just start rolling slowly out of them. Like if I roll this, oh yeah, unfortunately it's Monday. The 45 DTEs won't come available on 5/8 or 4/5/8 probably until I think maybe Thursday this week. The liquidity will probably suck, so I might not want to end up rolling to it anyway. So I may end up just holding these for another week just to be able to get the better expiration date. There's going to be more liquidity on 5/15 than there will be on this 5/8 one when they bring it out anyway, potentially. But let's just say that I did want to roll it out 2 weeks to 5/1. I could roll them out for an extra grand of cash, and it would actually increase my buying power. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense because I would be rolling to the same strike, so I don't need to put up any extra collateral. I'm just collecting monies. Um, so I could like roll out 19 of them and take off and then just like close one if I wanted to reduce this position at some point, kind of wean myself off of it. So like just closing one would increase, or excuse me, debit 70. So yeah, I could take off like 10 of these, right? If I wanted to roll it now, I'd pay 700. Actually, no, that's not quite the case. I'd probably have to do like a 2/3 deal. I'd have to roll 2/3 of them and maybe take off 7. Yeah, because that would cost me $500. And then I think I was getting 11 or 12 to roll. So that would come up with like $700 of cash. So I would increase my cash if if I want to start weaning myself off of this position without increasing my margin use. Or I can just continue to roll this thing. Maybe that's the best. Let me just see. If I roll it out 2 weeks, so yeah, I have to be careful with this one because the bid ask spread here, even on the 39 DTE, is pretty bad. So I have to make sure that I don't get crappy fills. Yeah, see, the bid ask is much tighter for May 15th. So I think regardless of the mechanics, it's half of what I sold it for. It's only got 25 DTE left. I think the best case scenario, just for the fills aspect and the liquidity, is probably just to hold this for another week. All right, Tesla. This is the one that I've just been selling 3 times a week. So try weekly. Sold it for 200. Gonna have to pay 400 to roll it, which is good, meaning that the price of the stock is not going down. So let's roll to Wednesday. Not sure. I can barely get a credit here. I could just go halfway. Let's do that. Let's share without volume. What's up, Sandeep? I see busy day, short a lot of SPY, 665 calls expiring today. Stretch looking good. Back to work. All right, man. Have a good one. Yeah, see, this has been happening. This errors reload. Hope they get this figured out. This one's got plenty of time and extrinsic value, so nothing to do there. Strategy is just kind of hovering around 140, so that's good. I'll just wait for the end of the week here. Performance covered calls are, yeah, I got a shitty fill here. I really screwed the pooch on this one. I got to pay better attention to my fills. I got to pay attention to bid ask spreads and make sure that I'm not selling myself short here, because this is well, actually no, I think I clarified this for myself on Friday. I think this wasn't a mistake after all. But regardless, there's plenty of extrinsic value here and plenty of time. Same. Cash secured puts, same. All right, keeping it moving. The IRA, plenty of value, plenty of time. Plenty of value, plenty of time. Plenty of value, plenty of time. Almost ready to roll. Like once this gets down under 370 or 20 something days to expiration. Let's see, the performance covered calls. This is actually, that's unfortunate. Did this go down since I set these up just 7 days ago? If I try to roll this out, I don't even think yeah, I'd have to go all the way to 53 days to expiration. So even though it's about half of what I sold it for. Similar situation with those cipher puts that I wanted to roll out. I can't get 5.8 because there's just none available. Yep, no 5.8. So the only thing that I could do with these would potentially be to roll down. And looking at my covered calls that they're sold against, 125 and 45 is 170. I could roll these down one strike, but I'm not sure that's worth my time. So, whole lot of nothing here as well, which is good for me. I can just fucking go lay down. So, 25 days to expiration is ready to roll. It's like almost there. Under 55 would be perfect. So let's see. Oh, but similar. Same. I can't get to the 5/8. So this is kind of good. This is just almost like an excuse for me to not have to do anything today. So let's check the 5K account and get this over with. Expires on the 27th. Plenty of value, plenty of value, plenty of value. Why does this one expire the week after? Oh yeah, this is the one my brother-in-law and I copy trade. So if we stay under 15, we'll get assigned. It's working out pretty nicely though. It doesn't look like we'll get assigned, so maybe not. Yeah, nothing to do here. So hopefully that wasn't too anticlimactic for y'all. What's up, Nick? Yeah, and actually I've been putting this off for the last couple of hours. Like, am I gonna be able to? I wasn't sure I was even gonna live, and or just fucking take a sick day. But appreciate y'all for showing up. That's all she wrote. And sometimes I actually do this on purpose. Today was kind of an accident just because I feel like shit. But some people are like, oh, I don't want to do this. It takes too much time. I don't want to have to, you know, deal with it. I got a full time job. I mean, I literally did this in 15 minutes and I did this slowly. So you could do this once a week for 30 minutes. Unless you're like Sandeep and you do the you do the 0 DTE thing, but doing weeklies, you can just come in here once a week. Obviously, you can't do the Tesla three times a week thing, or you could just trade Monday, Wednesday, Friday. There's lots of ways to do this easy mode. So this was almost kind of like, I didn't mean for it to be, but it's kind of a good example of like how easy mode this can be. And technically, I didn't even have to log in at all because I think I literally made no trades. So appreciate everybody for tuning in. Be good, y'all.